Hey, what's happening, guys? Dan Darrow here with another Options in Play video update. So I promised I would do a follow-up to the video from last week talking about the TLTs, and today is an interesting time to do that because there are a couple developments today that are um, more positive for the overall trading on TLT. I mean, the first and what you can see probably the most clear is the fact that the TLT has bounced the last couple days and it is right to the top of this downtrend, right? And I mean, for a lot of people, I mean, myself included, I haven't really cared about the action TLT prior to the last couple months because now all of a sudden, like, TLTs, bonds bounce, tech bounces, TLT sell off, tech sells off. So I've been paying a lot more attention to it, and what I've noticed is that the 8 EMA, which is the green line, has really been like the top of the trend, right? Since the beginning of February, end of January, the 8 EMA has marked the top of this trend, right? So what we've had is like the huge move lower, bounced, and now the with today's close, if they close where they're at right now, it would actually be slightly above the 8 EMA, right? So that alone, good sign, right? If it can build on that, then what you notice is that kind of opens things up for a test of the 20-day, which is a couple points higher. TLTs bounce even further. Tech maybe keeps lifting, and then Qs can work on a pretty big setup. So it's like a lot of pieces could fall into place if the TLT can start to make a move through this 8 EMA, which has been the trend resistance, right? Also, importantly, on a long-term level, this is what I highlighted last week as I called it like the golden level, and the 200 week right here, right? So you can see that not only has today's or the last 2 days bounce put it back above the 8 EMA very briefly, but it is also reset above the 200 week. And going back several years, I mean, it has traded underneath it, but there's also been points where it's dropped sharply and found support and staged a little bit of a bounce off of it, right? So having just basically collapsed into the 200 week, it's nice to see it bounce and reset above it. And like the 1-2 combination of resetting above the 200 week, resetting above the 8-day EMA, could be, enough of a signal to say, okay, maybe we're going to start to improve from here, right? So kind of like a tentative little bullish reversal setup, very, very, day to day. But there are some positive signs, and what'll be interesting to see if we can build on it, because if we can, and bonds start to improve, well then, right, like the Qs kind of nearing like this big 324 resistance area again, and if the Qs can get through 324, well, then the Qs can start to recover, right? So you can see how things could really fall into place, but it's probably going to be, the tone's really going to be set by bonds, so I'm keeping a pretty close eye on TLT right here. All right? Um, so it should be another busy week. Earnings do slow down, but, I mean, things are still moving around. Got some bios expected with data soon, so, seems like every day there's some headlines, some things moving, so there's things to do. All right, and that's all we can ask for as traders. So if you like this video and you're looking for more information on swing trading with options or hedging with options, please follow up with the link in the description of the video for more information on options play. Hope you have a wonderful night. Stay well, and I will talk to you all tomorrow.